This is a broadcast that I'm doing for this war of mine. In my opinion, a very good survival game. 11-Bit Studios is the creator of this. You might be already familiar with them via a game called Frostpunk. From what I've heard, I haven't played it. It's a cross between this and like a SimCity type thing. But this game is a favorite of mine. They recently did a remaster this past February where they have remastered the game, did all the DLC, which are stories that you can play. But we are going to start out with the classic base game. I'm going to show you a basic idea of what goes on in the gaming world. You can choose to take different campaigns with different people. Each will have their own personality and traits that they are good at. Or you can go down here to the bottom and kind of create your own story. You can control how many days until the ceasefire, how hard or long your winter is, create your own people to start with, etc. And like I said before, each person will have one particular thing that they're better at than everybody else. I am going to start off with one of the campaigns, a dad and his daughter. Let's see. Yeah, let's try. And away we go. Now, I think this game, from what I've read, this game is based on the Bosnian war, specifically the siege of Sarajevo, I think, if I remember correctly, which was the longest recorded siege since World War II. So I believe that's where this game drew its inspiration. But instead of playing the soldiers on the front lines, you play the people that are behind the scenes, just trying to survive, basically. And I know a lot of people's first question is, did you pick this because of what's going on with the Soviets or the Ukraine? I did not. I came across this game when I was thinking about starting my streaming channel, and I played this game for years and just recently discovered that it was being remastered, and I thought it would just, it was one of my favorites, so that's why I decided to start with this. But it's a very deep game. It makes you make some pretty hard choices. Kind of pulls you in. Basically has a little intro to start the story, and then you begin.
Daddy?
Now, sometimes the game will throw a little, they'll show you like right now she's sad. Most of the time you start out the game and the characters will be in perfect health, but every once in a while the game will throw a wrinkle at you. It's like, oh, she's sad, or oh, she's mildly sick. So, but basically when you hit the square button, it gives you a brief description of the character, gives a highlighted skill at the top. Doesn't really tell you what that skill particularly means in the game. I have found, I've had to go online and look, but basically abstinence means like he is not like some characters in the game will be coffee drinkers or smokers, and if they go without those for a prolonged period of time, then they'll start to feel sad. But basically, he will not that will not happen to him. Basically, is what that means. So he doesn't have any addictions. So the girl, the kids, of course, don't have skills yet, but it does give them give you a brief description. And of course, now we're trying to cheer her up a little bit before we start. Now, the houses that they put you in to start will be different. They won't always be the same. Here is where we build things, beds, heaters. They all require components and wood, and sometimes even machine parts, depending on how complex the item is. We will be building some of that as well. For now, though, we will have him start clearing out debris. And we need to get her playing so we can kind of help her get unsad. Now, all throughout the house, there will be areas where, like, this icon means that she can play. And I think she's not walking slowly or moping with her head held down, so I think that she is about to recover from her sadness, and then we can then start getting her to work. I try to wait until the sad thing is gone before I make her start working. But what I do is, okay, it's gone, so I can have her scavenge the house and get supplies while he removes the big debris. So, lockpick, we can use that, obviously, to open any containers that we find here or out in the world. Components for building. Clean water for cooking. Wood, also a component that we will need for basically anything we will build. Electrical parts, we really won't need those until later when we start building more complex improvements later in the game. Books, good for reading if your character is depressed or sad. Can also be used for tinder. And fuel. Sometimes you find fuel already made. Most often, though, you will have to make it using wood, components, or books. I think it takes about 4 components to make fuel, 1 thing of fuel, 1 thing of wood to make a fuel, or 1 book. So I usually use wood. And then I'll try to save the books for selling, but I will use those before I use components, because, I mean, obviously 4 components to make a fuel is, like, a lot. So I personally would only save those as a last resort. Now, when a child interacts with this, you will see a much different screen. You will find these broken toys, which looks like a bear, and you can use those to make toys for her to help her, like when she's feeling sad or depressed. You can make more toys for her to interact with to help with her sadness. She gets that way, which if you've been broken into, that could cause her to become sad, depressed, or even broken. So the more toys and stuff that you have around the house for her to play with, and there'll be a point to where she won't play with them, but you just kind of have to talk with her and encourage her and get her back to the point to where she can interact with the different play areas. And recover. Parts, the mechanical parts that I mentioned, we will definitely need those. More wood. Now the child, unfortunately, can't get past those, obviously. So I think we actually have enough parts to make a bed. So we will go ahead and do that now. So yes, so I guess we will start right there. So we will make him work on the bed. So we will have at least a place to sleep tonight. Herbs, we will use these for to make medicine and cigarettes, but we won't need those until much later. So we will probably wind up selling those to a merchant for better supplies to start. You know, now I play on a PlayStation, so kind of. But you can mash R1, and that takes you back to the father. So you can kind of tab between them. Although unfortunately you can't make her stay put. But we want to try to keep the dad busy. Okay, so we will continue to have her scavenge for supplies. Clean water for cooking. I think I covered that already. Now here is a toy, which we can use to make different stuff for her to play with. Bandages, we will need those for when we are wounded from people breaking into our house, or if you're wounded, scavenging out in the world. Another lockpick. Okay, so vegetables, you can eat these raw, but I usually try to save them until I find like raw food, and you can use both of these to create kind of 2 meals in one. So sometimes you may be forced to use them for one food, but try to save them if you can until you find raw food to use with them. And usually you can find raw food in the house. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But usually a merchant will come in like a few days to trade with you, and you can trade for it then. They will eventually get hungry, and then very hungry, and then starving. I usually don't try to worry about it until they get to very hungry, because when they're very hungry, the very next day they will be starving. So that will, when they're starving, they'll be a lot slower. I don't know why my screen card starts going dark like that. But And I lost my train of thought. um, so I don't think we really have anything else for her to interact with. At least not yet. We've got a bed built. Now, one thing that I forgot to mention, the counter in the upper left-hand corner, it'll count down. Always try to stay active and busy, and try not to linger for too long, because that countdown will, it goes by really fast. When it hits 7 o'clock, it will briefly flash red, or whenever you're nearing the end of your day. The hour before it ends, it will flash red. So just that means that you have 1 hour left to finish up whatever you are doing. When during the day, I think it's 7 o'clock that it flashes, and when you are out at night scavenging in areas, it is 4 o'clock, and then of course 5 o'clock is when the night ends. If you are not back by 5 o'clock, it will become daytime, and you will immediately go back to your house. But at 5 o'clock is when daylight hits, so soldiers are more inclined to hit you or wound you. So sometimes you could come back unscathed, sometimes you might come back hurt or wounded, and that would mean having to use a bandage to recover. And if you don't have a bandage, that could lead to some problems. So the moral of the story is always try to get back before 5 o'clock. So the first night, you have some choices. Of course, since we made a bed, Amelia can't venture out or anything. She pretty much has to stay home. She will sleep in the bed. We can choose to either go out and scavenge for supplies, to guard her and stay up, or sleep with the child will kind of help if she is feeling depressed or sad. I personally use it because you can use it for two people to sleep in the same bed, but they have to be really close, like father and daughter. Obviously, you can't just have like a regular kid and a stranger sleeping in the same bed. It will not prompt you for that here. So the first night, I think we're going to go out and explore. Now be wary that sometimes you will have people breaking into your house and trying to loot your place. So one of the first priorities for us will be to board up our house to protect against intruders. However, I think the first day or two it gives you kind of you don't really have anybody breaking in. It kind of gives you a bit of a grace period, if you will. Or at least it did before the remastered version. They may have changed it, but so there's a ghost house which has a lot of food and parts. A ruined villa, and it looks like there's some people that live there, but they don't want to trade, so we may have to steal from them if we go there. Let's see. And whenever you see in the different areas, it'll say danger or caution. That means you may want to wait and go to that area with a weapon. So obviously danger means the people, as soon as they see you, will try to shoot you or kill you. So we definitely want to stay away from that to start. So I guess the ghost house looks like the option. Now here you can choose like sometimes when you you'll go to an area once, you'll find a trader, and you'll want to go back to that area. And here is the screen where you can sort of say, okay, what am I going to give this trader that I'm about to go meet in this location? If you think you may need a lockpick, I usually, if I'm going into an unknown area that I don't know anything about, I usually try to carry 1 or 2 lockpicks with me. But you can also, if you're pretty sure you're going to usually there is at least one of these early areas that does have a merchant walking around, so you can kind of roughly take items with you to trade. We're not going to really take anything for this one. So it's deserted. We will definitely take that. Machine parts, water. Trying to only focus on the essentials for now. Now, those little blips means there's movement in the next room. So you can kind of peer through the door there to kind of see what is there. I think this is one of the new areas for the remaster, because I don't recognize this. Medication, we will definitely need that if you're curing people, for curing when you are sick. There's also some temporary meds that you can find, which, unlike this, there's a 50% chance that they will cure you, 50% chance that they will not. This one will always heal you. However, they're a lot harder to find. So little overlook. Now, you can get crowbars, which can pull open doors a lot faster. I don't use them because they take up inventory space, but it is an option. We will eventually definitely make shovels. So we can get through those junk piles easier. Ooh, definitely will want that. Now, each square has a certain limit that you can only carry. You can only carry 4 components per square. I think 4 parts per square. Water is 10. Wood is 2. So you have to make the most of your inventory space. And you will constantly have to make decisions. I usually only focus on components and lumber and machine parts to start, water, and of course medicine and food. I usually try to only focus on that to start. Here is an area where we won't be able to get by there unless we have a saw blade, which we'll be able to create later. Go up the ladder. Why aren't you going up the ladder? Oh, it's broke. Okay. The ladder doesn't... Okay. That's why I wasn't going up it. Okay. It's like, why isn't he going up the ladder? Oh, it's broken. It's like you notice that it doesn't go all the way up to the next one. He said it was deserted, so I wasn't worried about breaking through the door or anything. So... weapons is something else that we will need later on. So... I I really need to make inventory room for that. Because eventually we will need to create knives to guard against people looting the house. But I am going to hold off on that, at least for the moment. Now sometimes you can find stuff in these areas that will help you find hidden stuff that you can scavenge. So make sure that you read everything, because you never know what you are going to find. Of course, that's a lock-picked area. I'm going to wait on the machine part for now, since there's just one that I've been able to find. Let's see. I think that's about it for this area. Yeah, this is one of the new areas in the remaster, because I've definitely not played this particular map before. So this was a nice surprise. And again, we won't be able to get through that area until we make a saw blade, which won't be for a little bit. I think we are pretty much done. And day 2. The night was calm. Yeah, so we didn't have to worry about anybody breaking in. I think we're going to go ahead and make a stove, so we can go ahead and start making some food. And obviously we have enough supplies for that, so we're going to do it in the kitchen. And it's warm right now, but eventually we're going to have to worry about cold and getting heaters for the house. Okay. Here is where we make fuel, and like I said before, you have 4 components, 1 lumber and books. But try to save components as a last resort. Here's where we make the food, and as you notice, it takes 1 raw food, 5 water, and 2 fuel. Here's where the vegetables come into play. You can see that for just 1 more water and a vegetable, you can have 2 soups. So always try to cook with vegetables if you can. Because we found 2 vegetables, we can actually make 4 soups instead of 2. It will be highlighted R1, as you can see. Just click on that, and of course the components will change. Pretty much we'll use almost all of our water, but we will go ahead and have him cook those. Now, in the old version, there was a bug. I'm not sure if it's still a part of the game. Okay, he stopped for some reason. All right. Like if you have stuff on the stove, like if you have people break in, they will loot what you have, like in the refrigerator or in the cupboard. But if it's on the stove, they won't take it. So I'll be interested to see if that bug is still intact. And we'll talk to her real quick. And we have somebody at the door, so we're gonna go see that in just a minute. And we need to get him some sleep too. Now you will have people show up. Sometimes they will offer you stuff, sometimes they'll want you to do tasks for them, sometimes they'll want to be a part of your household, so you will have to make the decision as far as whether or not to welcome these people into the house or not. These people want to give us some food, so they're trying to help us out, so we will take that. Now you can refuse it if you want to. They may come back to ask you for something to help them out later. So okay, we are going to get him to rest a little bit. And I don't think she can break apart. Nope, I didn't think she could. Not really much she can do right now. Let's see. We don't really have enough toys to... She wakes up, I guess. Finish clearing that out. It's still warm enough, so we really don't have to worry about heaters right now. Oh crap. There's one she missed. So we'll scavenge that. Ooh, another medication. Now, like I said before, the electronic parts, we won't really need to worry about those until later. So, she'll sometimes get bored and want to do something else. Keep forgetting she won't go in there. She can't go in there just yet. We'll have her play over there. Oh wow, he's already back up. That was quick. Seems like the other character needed like 4 hours to sleep or something. Seems like with him it didn't take that long, seems like. So now we have access to that area. Now we will go back up here and finish clearing out this area. Now we'll have her go into that room and see what's in there. Okay. We'll open that door. Always definitely want to try to keep him busy, so let's see. Now over here is where we upgrade our workshop. We will need to upgrade that in order to access additional stuff for our house. I would make it a priority to start boarding up your house to protect from looters. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade our workshop so we can do that. We're going to be pushing it as far as time, but I think he'll be able to do it. I'm going to take her back up here, see what is in these rooms. Let's go to the left first. Okay, so we have some jewelry. Okay. Okay, so we'll need a lockpick to get that. Okay, so now that we've upgraded our workshop, we have some additional stuff here that we didn't have before. Here's the boarding up area where we can board up our house. We can make her a swing. Herbal workshop. Moonshine still. Trap will come in very handy. It requires a lot of machine parts though. But basically you can use it to trap rats. It will require food. You can use a raw food. It will eventually give you 2 raw foods. However, it's completely random. It could be the next day, it could be 2 or 3 days after that. You just don't know when it's going to pop up. So you always have to remember to check it. But like I said before, it does require a lot of machine parts. Rainwater collector, we can use that for water. We will get around to building that soon. But the main area we will want to focus on is boarding up the house. And we're going to need to go out and collect some more wood for that, because we definitely want to make that a priority. So we're going to go ahead and scavenge, go out and scavenge again. We're going to take a lockpick with us because there was an area where we couldn't get through last time. So we're back again. The first place we're going to go is immediately to that locked area. And of course you can look through the peephole if you want to, since there is a blip in there. Of course it's just a rat. When you first enter a new area, it will tell you whether or not there's hostiles. So just kind of be a little wary when you're going into areas where it tells you there are hostiles. There is some good stuff in here. I almost want to start getting sugar because a moonshine still will be right around the corner. I don't know, it depends on how much sugar is in this area though. Ooh, and weapons. Forgot about that as well. Ooh, that will make a very good trading item. I'm almost tempted to... I want to take that actually, but... Let me see what else. I can't remember what else was here. Now, as you play this, you will get more, you'll have a better idea as far as like what to take, what to leave behind. I don't really need electrical parts right now, so not going to worry about that, at least not yet. So 10 sugars. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. I think I am gonna... Ugh, I always forget I can't... Let's see... I always forget about that ladder not being connected. So it looks like I can only collect 10 sugars. I want to focus on wood because I need wood to board up my house, so I need those a little bit more than components, although I want to try to have at least some components. I can use that moonshine to barter with, but I do have some medicine that I can trade, so I'll save that for trading. So I think 4 electrical parts is the maximum here. What's in here? Roll up cigarettes, you can use those for trading, or if you have a character that's a smoker, those could help get him keep him from getting sad. Herbs we won't need until much later. Did I have... how much... can't remember how much water was here. If there's a large amount of water in this area, I may forego that and okay. Now, as you play this game, the areas will get a little bit more bigger. There will be more obstacles, so it will start taking longer to get through areas. So right now, since I'm very early on, I have a little bit of flexibility, but trust me when I say that will gradually change. Okay, so we can go ahead and leave this place. And I have a feeling we got robbed. You can always kind of tell when the day begins. So we have... ooh, they stole a lot of stuff. Okay. So the girl is obviously going to be shook up a little bit. Well, she's depressed actually, so we will try to talk with her. Depressed is the next state from sad. And then after that is broken. So we want to try to get her back to a happy state. sometimes that she will actually be hurt as well. So you will have to actually heal her using bandages sometimes. It doesn't look like she was hurt this time, but sometimes she will be. Can't really talk with her anymore, I don't think, so we're just going to have to let her... we'll gradually be able to talk with her again to help her. I don't think... when she's depressed, I don't think she'll want to play, but we'll try it. Okay, so she doesn't want to do that. And as you can see, when she's depressed, she doesn't run, she walks. So it takes a little bit longer to go certain places. Doesn't want to play, so... And like I said, I don't really try to worry about hunger until she gets to very hungry. And then I will feed her or feed the family. So I guess we'll just kind of... he's back up and around. We'll try to talk with her again. Let's see. So now, first thing we need to do is start boarding up our house. So we will start doing that now. And we used up all our lockpicks, so... Unfortunately, as you can see, it's a lengthy process to try to get her back to normal. But we do need to start boarding up the house. So we will... As you can see, it takes a lot of wood to board up the house. So always make sure you have stock up on wood beforehand. And he will go to different areas of the house and start working. I think it usually takes an hour, to do it. And still kind of depressed. We may actually try to sleep in tonight, so that will kind of help with her depression as well, I think. So now we got that area of the house done, so we can actually do another area. Looks like we will only have enough wood for one more area. I think there's usually about 3 areas that you board up. We may try to talk with her again after this. Yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can converse with her now. And it's not gonna let us talk with her just yet. So we'll go back to building. So we've got that area boarded up. So we need 2 more wood. What else could we build? We really need a workshop so we can make some lockpicks. Metal workshop. It does require wood, but I think it'll wind up being worth it. Metal workshop, you can use those to make lockpicks, tools to help you clear debris like shovels, crowbars for breaking in doors, although I usually don't make crowbars personally. So let's go ahead and build that. Let's see. Let's put it... Where do we want to make the workshop? And that's her play area, so that's a dining room. And let's make it right here beside the bed. Okay, so now we can make... We may have time to make 1 lockpick before... Actually, let's see. Yeah, we may have time to make 1 lockpick before time ends for today. Now, when the child is sad or depressed, you can, like if you're, like, we can choose to either guard her or sleep in the bed with her, which I think will help with her depression. I'm going to risk it and hope that I don't get burgled 2 days in a row. She had never done it before. Okay. Okay, so helping, like, that did help. So, So, because we slept with her last night, it kind of helped change her stat from depressed to sad. So now we have a lockpick, so we are going to start clearing out this area right here. And we are going to get them to eat something. So that will help as well. Now we're going to have him start clearing out rubble. And the way she's acting, it looks like her stat will be back to normal here soon. You could use the workshop that I just created to make a shovel, however, at this point, I'm just kind of weathering through it because there's not really... After this one, we really won't need to clear out... I mean, you could clear that one over there if you wanted a little bit easier access to the area, but it's not really required, so... does it really make sense to waste a resource on... waste a shovel resource on just one junk pile, pretty much. Because you can still get around that and go out there if you want to. Let's see what this guy wants. Ah, he's giving me wood. Okay, I can definitely use that. talk to her real quick. We should finish boarding up the house before tonight. Alright. So that should help. Oh, actually, what am I thinking? I just got 20 wood, so I can finish boarding up the house, thanks to what that guy gave me. Now, I think this is the last one. I don't think we'll have any more areas to board up after this. Actually need to get her playing somewhere. That will help her get rid of her sad state too. When she gets sad, she can play. Just make sure you interact with the play area so she can stay busy. Because when it says playing in parentheses, that means that's helping to alleviate that. So. And like I said before, it kind of gives a rundown of everything that you've had to do so far. Day 3 was when we got broke into. That's actually talks a little bit about the area she used to live. And of course, she was hungry today, but we took care of that. Okay, so now I think that is the last area of the house to board up. Yes. So we will not have to worry about any more areas of the house to board up now. We need to actually create a few more. Let's actually, we need to make a lockpick so we can get into that cupboard up there. So actually, let's hold off. I think I'm probably going to need a lockpick to get into that cabinet over there, I think. Alright. Ooh, that's nice. Yep. So we will go ahead and make one lockpick. Let's see what's in here. Ah, more parts. Nice. We could go ahead and make one more. We're not going to have enough time, I don't think. Nope, definitely not now. Clear a little bit of that out. Okay, so as the days go on, more locations will become available to explore. We have a church that got added, a place where we can go trade or give away stuff if you're feeling very charitable. Could find some useful stuff there. Let's see. And then Shelled School. That might be another place to look around. Probably need to bring a shovel. We may wait and make one for our second trip over there. Let's see. Actually, I think I am going to go to the school. We're not really going to take anything. I will take that. Okay, and there's where the shovel comes into play, so we're not going to worry about that for now. Ooh, okay, maybe we will. Okay. I forgot this route is different in the DLC. It actually won't let you get past that point without a shovel. I'm hoping this is the only one we'll have to get rid of. Alright, so we're past it. Now also, when you're in areas like this, be on the lookout for areas that you can shimmy up, like this area right here. Obviously, we can't really, would actually be better to go down here instead. But always be on the lookout for stuff that he can jump on top of and jump up like that. There will be some areas kind of hidden throughout that you can in fact reach other areas. Ooh, broken pistol. Now here you will find like a weapon that you can eventually repair. We definitely want to take that, because that is a big upgrade from a knife. Okay. Definitely need to find more machine parts. racking up on vegetables. So... Now, as you venture deep into these areas, kind of keep an eye on your time. And these people are all homeless, so they will not really hurt you. Ooh, something else that I will want to come back for. You know, I'd rather have protection than... I mean, I've got a knife, so... can't go in there. Now, when you come across this icon, that means that you're stealing stuff that belongs to another person. You can choose to either do that or ignore it. If you try to take it, though, if the party sees you stealing it, they will try to hurt you and attack you. So just kind of be a little wary of that. We are not going to worry about stealing their stuff right now. Now here is where I was talking about reading everything, because this will open up an area in the next room behind the fridge that we can, or well, I thought it was in this room, maybe in the next one. Actually, let's see. I'll take those meds. I hate to leave that helmet, but I just don't think... Decisions. And let's go ahead and take it. So... Okay, so now we have the fridge. And this is the area, I think, behind the fridge. Yes, it is. Ooh. Decisions. The reason why we're taking so many parts is because, if you recall, it takes a lot of machine parts to make that rat trap. So we want to try to make that. I hate to give up my helmet, but let's see, here's one more thing. Let's see what's in here. Okay. Water. So... Here are the medicines that I told you about, that sometimes, like, you can take them when you're sick. Sometimes they will work, sometimes they won't. I usually try to trade them for other things, especially if I have the other medications. I hate to leave that helmet behind, but I think I'm going to. See if we can come back here in the next day or two, and hopefully it will still be here. Be a little wary of you can come back to other areas, or see, I hope I allotted enough time to get out of here. I think I did. Now be wary if you discover an item and you come back, it may not be here when you come back. So just try to make it the next day or two, because any longer than that, your items that you found will be scavenged already. So we had a very good night. She's still kind of sad, so we're going to try to talk to her. Okay, so first thing to do is for him to rest up. Now, I think we have enough machine parts to build that rat trap, so we will start doing that. I think she is on the road to not being depressed anymore. It's really hard to work with one character, especially when you have a kid to boot, because if you go out and there's nobody at your house to guard and protect against intruders, you have a chance of being looted. So it kind of makes it hard with just one person. Because if you go out and scavenge, you have a chance of getting robbed. But if you guard the house, you obviously can't go out and scavenge for supplies. So, okay, so we have a trader. Traders will start to show up after a few days. We have a lot. Let's see what he's got. We can also get some components from him too if we find ourselves lacking in a particular area. Let's see. Now you can mash X and then he will leave, but I usually just go right back inside because he will stay there for a while. I don't think he'll stay there the whole day. He'll leave like, I think, like an hour or two before the day ends. But you may decide, or you may find something in the house, or you may decide, hey, I may need that. So you can go back and trade with him. Let's see. The reason why I stocked up on my parts is because I'm about to build that rat trap, and that will deplete a lot of my machine parts, so I wanted to make sure I was still adequately and let's see. A moonshine still will be the next thing I make, so might be a good idea to start building or start getting stocking up on that to trade with. Okay. Ooh, I forgot about that. Ah. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, water filter. That's something else we'll need eventually. Wood is something you want to start stocking up on for the winter. However, finding a balance between that and components can be a little tricky, but always keep components in the back of your mind. I think that's about all we want to do with him. I think that's about all we want to do with him. So now we will start making our rat trap. And seems only fitting to do that in the basement. Actually need to get her to start playing, don't we? Okay, so we can use one food as a bait, and eventually we will get two. Like I said earlier, though, we have no idea when. And oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot. We can, one of the aspects that I wanted to go over with you, and I completely forgot about it. In the bottom right hand corner, it will say teach. Click on that, and then you will teach your child how to do that particular task, and then she will be able to do it. I can't believe I forgot to go over this. Now you can do this with certain things throughout the house, like cooking and like putting wood in the heater and whatnot. So, but after you teach her how to do it, she will be able to do it herself. But until you teach her how to do a function, she will not do it. I can't believe I forgot that. It takes a little bit more time, but it's worth it in the long run. And now it will spin. She's learned a new thing. So now we're going to get her back to playing. And as you can see, the trader is still there, so he will still be there for a while. Let's see. We're actually going to go ahead and make a knife. So we've got something to... So we've got at least some kind of weapon. Now here, I don't think we can teach her to make any of these things. So... Still not back to 100% mentally wise, so we still need to try to do what we can to get her to snap out of that. Okay, we're going to try to see if we can rush up there real quick. Open that door. Hope we'll have time. I have to hurry. Open up. Alright, so we found a few more basic supplies. And I think that is officially ransacking the whole... Ooh, wait a minute. I actually forgot about... Well, I'm not going to have enough time to explore it. I think... Now here you see we have some new areas that opened up. Some new areas to explore. Small apartment is apparently owned by an elderly couple. Of course, looks like there's a couple that lives there, but like the ruined villa, Looks like the people are not willing to share, so we may have to steal from them. The airport, that is a dangerous area. So that would be a place that we would have to avoid. I think we're going to guard tonight and stay in. And then and not go out. And we go into day 6. Night was calm, of course. I forgot about this area right here. And I think we needed a lockpick to get there. Still upset that she wet the bed. I have a feeling if we go out tonight, we're going to get looted again, but I was hoping that I could get that, but I almost don't want to go out until, let's see, oh, he's very hungry, so he needs to eat. Alright, so he is good. Need to get her, we need to keep her playing, so we need to make another lockpick so we can get into that last area. And let's see if we're going back to the school. I tell you what, I'm not going to make a shovel. Let's see who this is. So she is offering to move into my family. This will actually help me because one of us can stay home and guard the house against looters, and the other one can go out and scavenge. So I'm going to go ahead and let her in. And she's slightly sick, so we're going to let her rest for a little bit. Sometimes when they're slightly sick, sometimes they will recover with just rest. And we found some more food. Some more books. Now that we've got another person in the house, we probably need to make another bed. I think we're going to finish clearing out this rubble first. And make the other bed in here. Oh yeah, I forgot. He hasn't slept yet. We're gonna let him sleep for a while. I'm almost reluctant to make her work since she's slightly sick, but armchair is something else that we could build. Radio would be something else that we could build. Let's see. I'm trying to decide if I really need another bed because he doesn't need that much sleep. So I could probably get by with just one. Okay, so she is going to sleep for a little while. Let's see. I guess we really need to start building a rain collector. Or an herbal garden. We can use that to start making some low quality meds for trading or roll up cigarettes. I want to kind of go ahead and build a rainwater collector because, let's see, we have water, but not a lot. We definitely need, let's see. Let's see, the rainwater we need to try to keep. Let's see. Trying to pick out a place to put it. We're going to put it right there, I think. Her trade is apparently bolstering the spirits of the group that she is in, so that will help people from not feeling sad. So that will... And I forgot to make a filter. And I guess the next thing that we will focus on, well, when we have enough components, will be, let's see, I need more components for a moonshine still, so we may actually go with the herb garden. Definitely need to build one of them so we can start making items to trade. But the good thing is, now we'll be able to go out for the night and not worry about somebody breaking into our house. So now some characters will be able to carry a little bit more than others, so you can kind of get a rough idea of how these two are pretty much even as far as like what they can carry. I think I'm going to leave Christo to guard, and I'm going to send her out to scavenge. And I think I'm going to go back to the school. Let's see. I forgot to make a lockpick for that one locked door. Oh well. Oh crap, I went to the wrong location. Ugh. I can't believe I did that. I did not mean to come here. I meant to go to the school. Okay, well, let's see. We may be able to make the most of this error. Now, this fertilizer will come in handy because we can use that. We can't eat it, but we can use it as a trap to trap the rats. So we can actually use that for our next bait trap instead of wasting food. So definitely we'll take that. Let's see, coffee. So looks like we may be able to make the most of this error. I guess the next thing we need to start thinking about is saw blades, so we can start getting into those areas more. Let's see. Let's see, trying to decide if I should take the lumber or if the cigarettes would help me. Almost don't want to. Now, what I do is if I'm in an area where I just have 2 waters, and of course you can carry 10, and there's an area that you haven't unlocked or gotten to yet, you might start thinking, well, I may find more water in that hidden area, so is 2 waters really worth me taking up an inventory space for? For me, not really. So I would say just leave that here, and then next time you come through with a saw blade, you may find more water and might be thinking, well, I'm glad I did that. So something to think about. So I think I'm about done with this area on this. I was looking to make sure there was no more roll-up cigarettes that I may have overlooked. Doesn't look like there is. I don't think I can... Let's see. No, okay, I didn't think so. Okay, so I think I'm pretty much done with this area. It was actually a mistake, but wound up working out, sort of, kind of. Of course, I'll go back to the school tonight and hopefully still find that gun and helmet that I had to leave behind. So here is where I was talking about. This is why it's important to board up your house and to try to at least make a knife to defend yourself, because now as the game continues it will be a lot harder to do this, so you will need to constantly upgrade. That's one of the reasons why I want to go back to the school and get that pistol, so I can upgrade that and have a firearm to protect the house against intruders, because eventually a knife will not be enough. And then when you upgrade your workshop to maximum, you can build like little booby traps as an early warning sign to help prevent against more advanced looters that try to break into your house as well. So okay, Christoph is going to rest first because it seems like he does not need that much sleep. And she is a little hungry, so we will have her eat. And we will have her use the bed for the rest of the day. Now here is where her bolster spirits thing pans out, because she can kind of... So we're going to go ahead and make a water filter so we can start getting some water going. And we are going to, as soon as she... So we're going to keep her in bed since she is slightly sick, and hopefully that will have her recover. Ooh. Just noticed that we have food, so we will go down there and get that. so that will help as well. Now, since we got that fertilizer from the last location, we can use that as bait and not have to waste a raw food. So we will go ahead and do that now. So that will be an important item to look for in the areas ahead. Now let's see what these people need. These look like the people that brought us the vegetables. So they need help reinforcing their shelter. You can choose to either do this or not. It will take up time during the day. Since it's still... I may get him back before the day ends. But I'm going to go ahead and do it. But you can choose not to. But they may reward you for helping them out later in the game. Of course, the kid's worried about her dad having to go. I don't think it affects her sadness or anything. We're going to try to keep her in bed at least until she has So we don't want to... And they did bring us the vegetables, so... We don't really want to get her out of bed because we want to try to get her recovered from slightly sick, because if she gets sick, we'll have to start using meds. And we want to try to keep those meds, you know, to maybe possibly trade or Now, one thing to note on your water, if you're quick enough, you can switch out the water filters and do that like 3 times a day. I'm not really too worried about it at this point. I'm glad we at least got him rested before... Or did we? I think we got him rested, didn't we? I think on some tasks, I think that when you leave and help your neighbors, sometimes it will take longer than a day to do. There's a chance he won't get back tonight, and if that's the case, I will have a choice to make as far as whether to have her guard the house or to go out. And it looks like I'm going to have to make that decision because he's not going to be back tonight. I think I'm going to risk it and send her out. And hope that I don't get attempted to rob twice, 2 times in a row. So So to the school we go. This time it will be a little bit easier to get in and out and around. Let's see. Oh, actually, I can't remember if I scavenged this last time. No, I did not. So one electrical component and one water. We may come back for that, depending on how much of more of those we find. We have got to remember to get a saw blade. Coffee beans, we're not going to worry about that. I don't know why my screen keeps going black like that. Oh yes, okay, so let's see, so we want that gun, and we're also going to have to make room for that helmet. Four electrical components. We almost want to take those, because we're going to start needing those soon. What's that noise? Let's see. Let's see. I think it's getting close to the point to where I think I'm going to need those electrical parts, so I almost want to keep those in my inventory, even though it's going to sacrifice my wood a little bit. So now if we had a saw blade, we could easily get back through there, but since we do not, we're actually going to see if we can take a little time to clear this out. Don't know how much of it she will get cleared out before time runs out. And it's kind of one of those things that a shovel really helps speed it up. However, I think I'll be able to get at least one of them. Okay, so we're approaching the 2-hour mark, so I may, after this, I think I will decide to end it for the night, but I will save it at this point so I can continue back with another episode so you can kind of get an idea of the game and its mechanics a little bit more. We do still have winter to look forward to, and teaching the kid how to cook. You know, got to come back for that, right? So looks like there's a chance we may actually get both of these of course, we've got to be out of here in 2 hours, and I think that she will get this cleared before 5 o'clock, I think. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll get this. Well, I'm pretty sure I will. Let's see if we can. I'm pretty sure she can do it. And it's flashed red, so that means 5 o'clock is approaching, but she's about got this. Alright. So that was no problem. Now we're gonna get out of here. And we're gonna hope that I did not get burgled. Ah, crap. I was hoping that I wouldn't get burgled twice two times in a row, but well, actually, it says they didn't steal anything, but they did wound. And Kristoff is back, so. So first off, we're going to let Kristoff rest. Let's try to heal her. And now she's depressed, so I'm going to have her make a water filter so we can go ahead and get some water going. Okay. And while he's consoling her, I'm going to have him make at least a lockpick. I think that is our trader. Okay. She really needs to rest. Okay, so let's see if we can get that bandage. Yeah, we usually, let's see. Need machine parts, don't I? Okay. Okay, so he is... Now here, I don't know if we can teach her stuff when she's depressed, but we're going to give it a shot. First, we're going to teach her how to make fuel for the fire. Okay, that's what I thought. Can't teach her stuff when she's depressed, unfortunately. I didn't think we could do that. Let's see. This will use up all of our water. But it'll keep us supplied with food for a while. Now he will eat.
Daddy.
Now we're going to try to boost her spirits back up. Really need to make another thing of water. So, okay. She is still sick. I'm hoping I won't have to use some medicine for her. So... got at least one lockpick. As you can see, I done 2 of these very easily. If you really hustle, you can do 3. Let's see. Not really anything else I can do with her at this point. Let's see. I really need to think about upgrading my workstation here so we can start making saw blades. It will use up all my machine parts. However, let's see. Let me try to get her out of bed. And see if he's... Okay, so... what do we have? I figured that was going to be... Okay. I have a feeling I'm going to regret giving away all those herbs later, but because I'll be able to use those to make medicine. But for right now, I need the machine parts more. So... and we're eventually going to need the machine parts to repair that stuff, so... let's see... if I could... get those as well. Hate to trade away a Sakura's toy, but... okay. Sometimes you can play around with the bartering system as far as like what you can squeeze out of them and what you can't. I usually find the sugar and water, I can usually get a couple of those to finalize the deal. So, okay. We're satisfied with that. Now we're going to get her back to bed. So now that we've upgraded the metal workshop, now we can make saw blades, which we can use to get past those metal bars. We can fix that gun, which I wanted to I wanted to do that. And we can... The hatchet will actually be useful because we can make that and chop up stuff around our house for wood. So, I'll have a choice between either the gun or the hatchet. I may actually choose the hatchet because the hatchet, I'll really be able to stock up on wood with that. But I'll have a while to think about that. The helmet I won't be able to repair until I get a few more components. So, okay. And the night ends. So he's going to guard. She's going to go out. And I've got a lockpick, so... But I don't have... Let's go to the church. We don't really have any items to trade, but we'll just kind of see what they got. Not sure if I'll need a lockpick. Actually, I'm not going to take one. Let's just see what the church has. Okay, we're off to a pretty good start. Off to a really good start. Okay. Let me just see what he's got to trade. I'm just kind of curious. I'll need bullets for that gun. So... Okay, so... Can't... So obviously I can't go in there without conflict. Okay. Let's see if we can go through here. Ooh. We'll take that. Can make tobacco with that, but we're just going to leave it there for now. See if we can at least take that off. Alright. nothing but trash. So I'll be able to leave that way a little bit quickly, a little bit quicker. Toys for Amelia. I'm kind of tempted to take those. Let me see what else I can find. Here's where a shovel is going to come in handy. I may wind up making that for my return trip. One side there, buddy. I've already got one gun, so I don't really need... Well, I say that, but... I think with what I've found so far, I'm going to skip the sugar. I'm going to skip the gun. Parts is a tough choice because I may find more parts, more machine parts in the areas that I have yet to explore. Let's see. Ooh, actually, I forgot that I could shimmy up here. I forgot. Need a saw blade to get through there. Now, this is another example because you never know, because it looks like I can explore up there, and you never know for sure where you can shimmy up and where you can't. So whenever you see debris kind of laying around, kind of like that, try to see if you can jump up there with the up button, because it may lead you to an area that you didn't know about. I think I'm going to stick with this for now. don't know whether to gamble on the parts or not. I think I'm going to. Because I have a feeling I will find more parts and be glad that I left those there. But I will definitely be back with a shovel. Let's see, how many saw blades? I think I needed at least one saw blade. Maybe two. I think I needed two. Oh crap, was that a shotgun? Maybe I better not go back that way. Okay, yeah, so two saw blades. Alright. Okay. Well, guess that wouldn't have mattered. Okay, day 9. So if this will be calm, hopefully we'll be able to end this for the night. Okay. So the night is calm. We are going to end here. I will be back with more of this. So stay tuned for another episode. And hopefully we will get the daughter undepressed enough to where she can actually contribute in the kitchen. So, and building a heater and getting ready for winter. That will also be something to look forward to. Different mechanics are involved as far as gathering water and the like. So, hope to see you next time.